Hey, how's it going everyone? It's James Zamero here at SwitchWatch, your home for everything Nintendo Switch related. Back today with another review. We did a preview of this one the other day. It's Rogue Trooper Redux, so I'm excited to give you our full thoughts. A massive thank you to the guys over at Rebellion Games for giving us a copy for review purposes. This one was developed by TikToks and is based on the famous comic book series. Is it any good though, and is it worth your hard-earned cash? As always, we're going to give you our honest opinion. Let's jump in and find out. You are Rogue, the last GI for the Southers in their war against the Norts, in a bleak future that has devastated the land to the point that normal humans cannot venture into the wastelands outside without wearing a suit and breathing gear. Yes, this is the same Rogue from Rogue Trooper, the 2000 AD comic book series from the makers of Judge Dredd and other classic British comic books. This one is taking a lot of people back to their childhoods. Rogue and his squad are sent on a mission, and one by one your team is killed. When they die, their being is transferred to a chip that can be planted in 60 seconds, or their persona will forever be erased. The chips ends up in your helmet, gun and bag, and they accompany you through the missions, giving you support and dishing out witty remarks. The story arc follows the comic and is told over a campaign of 30 missions. It's classic stuff and draws you right into the story. It's good versus evil.
It's suicide. We don't know how many more of them there are.
The voice acting is great in the cutscenes, and Bagman, Gunner and Helm have some great lines during missions to add a bit of personality. Your enemies sound classically dastardly, and the sound effects are satisfying, from machine guns to mortars and laser beams. All in all, the audio keeps you in the action at all times, which really is what you want in this kind of game. This Redux version really overhauls the original 2006 graphics. The game is remodeled in HD with improved art, lighting and special effects. The cutscenes are action filled, and all of the comic book favourites, Rogue, Gunner, Venus Blue Jeans and the Traitor General, have all been modelled well. The game setting is bleak and dreary with a rather repetitive set of maps. The same shades appear everywhere in the game, and weather effects are okay but not great. Weapons and vehicles, on the other hand, look excellent, and enemies look suitably menacing. The original Rogue Trooper title was released in 2006 and was a pioneering tactical shooter, including elements like using cover and having a choice of approaching levels in a stealthy way or head-on. 11 years later, and elements such as the cover system and the controls have been improved. If you've ever played any shooter, you'll pick the controls up in no time. They feel great whether you're playing docked on the TV or on the move, which is something I didn't expect to say actually. ZR is used to shoot, and ZL provides you with a slightly zoomed in aim, but is not needed to shoot, which lets you aim and fire quickly. Pushing in the right stick enters sniper mode, which I found myself using very frequently, and it's a joy to aim and pick off your enemies with. R throw is one of the many choices of grenades, and holding R lets you aim before you throw, which works well. I did find that when you're in cover, throwing a grenade is a pain as you don't get to aim and sometimes cannot throw over even a short wall if crouched. L lets you place landmines either at strategic points in the game, such as to blow up landing pad to stop air support arriving, or as landmines which can be blown up remotely at any time. As you progress, you can unlock a number of different weapons, but Gunner is by far your most important as your main rifle and sniper. The shotgun, anti-aircraft SAM missile launcher and mortar cannon all prove useful in certain situations at the right time. The bulk of gameplay is in the form of the roughly 6-hour campaign mode. You start out shooting like most games, but where things get a bit different is when your comrades die and become chips that you equip. Gunner opens up the option to allow you to deploy him as a turret, offering up a way to select how you approach certain parts of the game and sharpening your handgun skills. I found that some portions of the game really needed you to use this feature, so it's not just a gimmick. Bagman manages your inventory and lets you use salvage, which is found around maps and collected from dead enemies, to purchase weapons, upgrade your kit, and crucially create ammo and medipacks. It's a novel way to manage resources, and I found it an interesting angle. Eventually you'll have enough credits that you can create whatever you need, but at first managing your resources and balancing upgrades and ammo encouraged me to be accurate with my shooting. Where it can be a bit of a drag is when you need to dip into the menu mid-battle, which can detract from the action. The levels themselves generally include an objective, which once met leads to another before completing, and most missions are about 30 minutes long. There are a couple of standout levels, including the train journey and last battle. As a short campaign, I found myself not getting bored at all. You are exceptionally strong, being able to take on hordes of enemies, and the slaying action feels right for a comic book hero. This is where the game's 11 years do take their toll a bit. The AI has not gone unscathed in the test of time, and often I could stay back and pick off my enemies. They also killed each other randomly and accidentally with crossfire or by lobbing a misplaced grenade. Whilst you can jump, there is nothing clever here, with some parts of the maps feeling like you should be able to jump, but not being able to get up there. Outside of the campaign, there are two additional modes in Stronghold and Progressive. Stronghold has you defend your position against waves of Naught scum, and Progressive has you take on a route to a safe zone to finish the level. Both are fine, but with no achievements or other reason to carry on playing, they do wear off quite quickly. There is no local multiplayer, which is a shame, but online multiplayer lets you play in Stronghold and Progressive modes together with friends or strangers to take on and slay the Naught. At $24.99 or £19.99, the game falls at the lower end in between a lot of the indie titles and mainstream games on the Nintendo Switch. This version of the game overhauls the graphics, improves controls, and provides more difficulty options. Online play is included, but is limited to playing alongside your colleagues in Stronghold and Progressive modes. No local multiplayer is a shame, considering the original PC version had it included, and as the main campaign only lasts about 6 hours, there is limited replay value here. Overall, the game is aged very well, with a few areas such as the AI not quite living up to modern times, but overall this is a short, thrilling ride, and the campaign reminds me of classics like GoldenEye and, well, this game itself. Considering the genre doesn't have a lot going on at the moment on the Switch, this fills an important void rather well. Splatoon 2 is the only other thing that springs to mind, and it is great, but it really is a very different sort of game. Overall then, for me, this one is a very respectable 7 out of 10. The game fills a void, and you could definitely do worse with a shooter. A massive shout out to all of our subscribers, thank you very, very much. You might want to check out our written review over at switchwatch.co.uk. To those of you who are here for the first time, thank you very much for checking us out, and I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you want to stay up to date with everything Nintendo Switch, this is the place to be. You might want to consider subscribing, and we'd love to see you again. Thanks again for watching. I'm James Zamero, this is SwitchWatch. Take care and see you soon.